Hey there, Site42 staff. Dr. Theron Sherman here. I am stuck on archive duty, or as we call it, doing multiple YouTube uploads. Synth sent me a couple videos. We're working out some stuff for some future projects. So while I'm sitting here waiting for Patreon and YouTube to do their uploads, hello, I am here to answer your SCP questions. Let me get myself off the spotty Wi-Fi and onto the proper channels. Get the YouTube super chat menu up so I can see and not miss y'all's messages. Be rude if I didn't answer your questions while I was sitting here answering your questions. Viewer activity. United Tribes, Ellis Gamer, Lex, Just, a lot of people coming in. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Site42 office hours. As long as I'm stuck here in the archives, y'all can keep me company. And we can talk SCPs, talk about future tests. Let me share the stream on the socials. That's what's hip to do. There we go. Good day, Isla. Binge Atypical, Toontective. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. Luck of an ace. Luck of an ace. Thank you for your dono. Get your lemonade from the commissary. What do you mean the ritual was successful and he was summoned? First, wait. Let me take a big sip of non-anomalous fluid. We're drinking non-anomalous fluid today because we are being careful in case the ritual succeeds. So, no inebriation on this stream. Completely non-anomalous. But thankfully, it's a lowercase he. So it's not him. It's just he. That's fine. Charger. Rainbow lab coat. That's right. You gotta contrast the gray workout shirt. If you go dull on the inside, you gotta be big on the outside. You gotta balance it. Luck of an ace. No, it's not Cotton Eye Joe. It's not him because it was lowercase h. Otherwise, we'd be panicking more. And we're not panicking today. It's just office hours. I've got, 2 Patreon videos going up for early access. Channel members are getting access to 2 uploads. We're just waiting on the timer. So while we wait on that, I am here for you guys. Commie Dummy. My favorite SCPs are always listed at the end of the stream. And so you can either wait for the hour or 2 we'll be live here today. Depends on how we're feeling with the chat. Or you can always check my previous videos because I always say them at the end of the stream. It's a tradition. So you could cheat. But I know you're not going to cheat because you're an honorable researcher or mobile task force agent. All right, back to that. Let me make sure I've got the wiki database up because you guys always love to ask me questions about SCPs I've never heard of. So the database is live. Let me get Google up because sometimes those nerds have even better data on our SCPs than we do somehow. By the way, chat, I just want to let you know at this point in the stream, we are at 33 likes and 237 viewers. Sorry, 371 viewers. That's a big jump. But that means you got to work harder because we like those likes to be higher than that view count. So smash that like button. Let's overwhelm the viewers with likes. It's the only way to contain them. I believe in you, Site42 staff. Do the Greek gods exist? So, I can tell you very clearly that in the SCP database, several Greek gods are present. 5167, which is also the Among Us SCP. Love you, Tanhoney, you bastard. 5167 is about a little-known Greek god known as Thonis. And it has inhabited the game Among Us. SCP-7454 is Aphrodite. 5286 and 4453 are apparently Greek gods as well. Although I can't see which one 5286 is. 4453 claims to be Hera. Scrolling. 1443 and 2023 also appear to be Greek related, and also both of them are by wonderful SCP author and site moderator Zin. Moderator or admin. I'm not sure what Zin's role is. Still, good people. 4793 is Stel. It's Stel or Stele is based on Greek myth, but not a real one. 2406 is the Colossus by Metaphysician, excellent SCP author. Whole lot of Greek god-related things, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this link into the chat. So, if you want to check out SCP-related or Greek-related SCP situations, then you can check out the link I just dropped in the chat. All right. Charger. So, Dr. Sherman, I have 3 SCP ideas I want to write down, but I need confidence. Mon ami, the only way to successfully write an SCP is to start by writing the SCP. So pick one of them. Pick your favorite one. Pick the one your friends think is best. I don't know. Pick one and start to write it. And give it a day. Then give it 2 days. Give it 3 or 4 or 5 days. Give it a couple weeks. Write it, rewrite it, get critique. Do it. Just do it. It's what I hear is very motivational on the interwebs these days. So make it happen. All right, I've got to catch up on supers real quick. Check your last long-form video. I put a link to the video I'm talking about. Well, luck of an ace. I have a moment to check this out. Going into my YouTube studio. And my latest long-form, are you talking about the Class R reaction, which is public? Or, I mean, members only? Checking the comments. If you haven't seen it, right now we have a reaction to the live-action SCP short film Class R. If you haven't seen it, it's on a channel called Renegade Films, or True Renegade. And SCP Class R is a live-action SCP short film that we have reacted to on the members-only and patron section. But coming up this Friday, the public highlight version of the reaction will go live. We highly suggest that you check out the film before seeing it, if only to support the creators so we can have more and more SCP short films and even series and live-action feature films. So make sure to check that out. It's good stuff. Support SCP creators. But you must not be talking about that. You must be talking about Remember Us. So I'm going to Remember Us next. And I am looking for the luck of an ace. In case Alice Abeth Gorju 1679 responds, we did a MatPat is not an SCP video, although it's about the game theorists in general. It's on the YouTube. It's on our YouTube channel, so go check it out. Love that for them. But where is the luck of an ace? Luck, 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 luck. Sounds like I'm drowning. Luck, 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 luck. All right, it wasn't on Remember Us, so maybe it was the TikTok compilation. This is the third video I'm checking, and this'll be the last one, Luck of an Ace. I'm sorry. We'll have to find another way for you to send me that video. And responded. Newest first. Can I check my members? I can't check my members. That's unfortunate. Yes, I can check members. All members. Apply the filter. Nope, it wasn't that video. All right, Luck of an Ace, you'll show me that later. But in the meantime, back to that's in progress, that's in progress, that's in progress, that's in progress. We have so many uploads running right now. Here we go. All right, Dr. Redacted, dread me, run from me, I arrive all the same. Well, thank you for your dono. Make sure to get yourself some Jell-O at the commissary, but we've handled worse from you, and we will handle it again. So, no dread here, no Robertses, but always pirates, because yar. That's the Florida man guarantee. Chat, you are halfway to overtaking the viewers with the like count. We are at 207 viewers and 103 likes. Hit that like button like it is trying to hit the on-site nuke, and you are the only one who can stop it. I believe in you. Pancake Dragon, thank you for your first dono. Make sure to grab your first dono of the day. Make sure to grab yourself some French toast on your way past the commissary. Have you heard of the Volgan? He makes a good SPC vid. So, of course, we're buds with the Volgan. We've been buds for a whole long time. Actually, he's been hanging with us since our 10,000 subscriber milestone. And in fact, back the first time that we did an SCP Christmas episode, if you go very far down our playlists, you'll find an SCP Christmas live stream that we did our first or second year, and it was wonderful. Sat by a fake fireplace, read SCP stories, but Volgan was one of our first fan artists on the channel. And I just hope that I can find it on my computer so I can show it to you. No, I closed the chat. Chat, come back. Everything's ruined because I'm clumsy. Don't worry, chat, I'll have you back real quick. Don't you worry about a thing. I am an expert in chat. I am the master of chat foo, you see. Now, where was I? I'm going to search my own profile. Can I do that on desktop? Site 42, Volgan. Boom. Media. Nope. Oh, because I was the Sherman at the time. Nope. Huh. Well, it's something that you should follow the Site 42 Twitter for, because that is where I will post this Volgan memeing on us during our Christmas stream. Because we were reading SCP Christmas stories, and the Christmas story that we were on at the time was about Dr. Clef, or specifically Chowder Clef. Let me see one more place where I might find it. Almost there. Possibly. Nope. All right, I'll have to find that photo and tweet it, so make sure you're following us on Twitter if you are curious about what I've been looking for this whole time. Coming back. Patrick Dempsey, former star of the wonderful Shondaland show Grey's Anatomy, with beautiful hair and also star of my favorite Disney movie, Enchanted. Sorry, my second favorite Disney movie, because obviously Goofy movie is the best one. But Enchanted is second best for sure. Hey, Dr. Sherman, I know we don't do biological tests with the Clockworks anymore, but what if we put 682 in it and set it to very rough? Well, Patrick Dempsey, wonderful neuroscientist and princely Disney character, let me see if we happened to put 682 into the Clockworks in the termination log. It's a pretty popular article. I'd be shocked if they didn't throw it in there at one point. Here we go. Item number SCP-914. Tissue test record expunged. Termination test record. Data expunged of fine or very fine is no longer to be used on any personnel having contact with 682 at any point. In addition, any objects that have come in contact with 682 at any point are not allowed to be processed by SCP-914. Any attempt to subvert this directive, data expunged. Notes: SCP-682 is too large to fit into the boots in most forms. In addition, the tissue tests have shown that SCP-682 has unpredictable reactions to SCP-914. Finally, SCP-914 is too valuable a research tool and too delicate for this type of test. It was nearly damaged after the incident, CN 682-119857, and data expunged to be repeated. Should the results be recovered, data expunged. Notes: does this really surprise anyone, given what 914 does to normal organics? Noted, Dr. G. And that is that all the 914s? That's all the 914s. So we did not try it on rough, but we tried it on fine, and it wasn't a bad idea, or it wasn't a good idea. Checking on the chat. Who is this down here? Daydreaming Tonight. Thank you for becoming a member of Site 42. Lets me see you easier in the chat so I can answer your questions quicker. Much like Unicorn Girl 2274, I think too soon my YouTube app is 100% dying. Wasn't your app dying last time? That is very unfortunate. I think you need to update it or something. Or get a Foundation-issued telephone, because those are immune to breakages. Our technology is superior. Meanwhile, Zora the Fox, I have confiscated 420 doubloons this week. Fantastic. Put them in the vault with the rest. No one else can have anomalous currency on our watch. Amber, good to see you in the stream. Welcome. Thank you for being a member. Bread Queen, why can't I give Dr. Clef a tin of Altoid mints? Can you not? Is this a reference I don't know about? I'm afraid to look it up. You're worrying me. What does this mean? Yes, I'm typing, but I'm very worried while I do it. What is this? Why is Clef eating Altoids mince a meta class? What does he do with the mince? Okay. Meme context. I'm heart attack fading. Heart attack fading. Urge to kill fading. Fading. Rising. Fading. Fading. Gone. In Dr. Clef's personnel file, it says, quote, by no means should Dr. Clef be allowed to consume an entire tin of Altoids mints in one sitting. Well, that's just fair game. We can't have him getting too minty fresh. Dr. Sherman, have you filed requisite forms for 294? Prepper Chris, while you go get yourself a pepper steak from the commissary, I just want to point out that all of my tests with SCP-294 are completely above board. I have got nothing weird from SCP-294. There's no strange fluids that should be worried about being requisitioned by me for testing. You don't have to worry about that. Things are fine and normal, and although they're anomalous, so they're not actually normal, they are completely above board. Everything's fine. The requisite forms are filed. No one's being weird in any way, shape, or form. Don't you worry about it. Audimask, thank you for being a member. What the F is the commissary? I mean, I know what the term is, but how does that relate to a Site-42 context? My friend, define, just to be clear. A restaurant in a movie studio, military base, prison, or other institution. A commissary, as in a restaurant, as in a food hall, as in where you go for lunch. That is all. It's nothing weird. There's nothing weird in this stream. I just want it known. This is regular office hours. Nothing weird, nothing crazy. It's just a commissary. It's just a commissary. It's where you go to sari some calm. If you're going to sari some calm, you go to the commissary. That's all. That's all. And so if, for instance, you were donating to the stream and therefore deserving something from the commissary, then maybe you should go get some onion bread. Delicious onion bread from the commissary. They're cooking it up fresh and tasty today. Hot and fresh. I see the chat is very focused on my coat again. Listen, the coat. The coat. It's tie-dye. It's rainbow. It's fashionable. It's lightweight for this wonderful late winter, early spring weather. post daylight savings time. I didn't get to sleep enough and I'm cranky weather. But I am unfortunately hetero. I cannot claim LGBT valor as much as I would wish to. It didn't work for me. I didn't roll the dice. I rolled a 1 on the gayness. But I support the cause. The gays are okay, the transes are okay, and we need to defend them because the foundation protects normalcy, and that includes all living human beings, including the L's, the G's, the B's, the T's, and the I's and the Q's and the A's. If you're a letter, you're protected by normalcy rules of the foundation. It's not even weird. It's not even weird. Weird is statues that snap your neck, or weird, skinny white guys with no hair who kill you if you look at their face. See, that's weird, and that's what we contain. Oh, and the pluses, Dark Lord Vinay. Can't forget the pluses. You are so correct. That's right. Checking out the chat, seeing what I've missed. Jajader, trust in Lord Jesus Christ. Or Jesus Christ, you said. So, here's the question. Which Jesus are you trusting right now? Because. Here at the foundation, not only do we contain what claims to be the one true Christian God, SCP-343, except it doesn't claim to be that. It claims to be all gods and all deities and blah, blah, blah. I don't believe a word of it. But beyond just Yahweh over there in containment cell 343, we also contain at least 4 different kinds of Jesus. We contain bread Jesus. We contain Uber driver Jesus. We contain milk or cheese Jesus, or as we like to call him, Jesus. And we contain Vor Jesus. That's right. Vor Jesus, Uber driver Jesus, Jesus, and bread Jesus. We have 4 different Jesuses in containment right now. So, what Jesus am I supposed to trust? There are so many Jesuses, or Jezi, I don't know what to do with them all. So, I'm not trusting a single Jesus until we figure out which one's which. And now that you're all in the chat being very confused, I just want you to write down some SCP numbers. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I did not make up a single one. They're all real. SCP-3305. That is bread Jesus, otherwise known as the Father, the Son, and the Holy Toast. Yeah, you love the puns we put in our research documents. SCP-5991. That's Vor Jesus. So 3305 and 5991, both Jesuses. Bread Jesus and Vor Jesus. Then, which one is Jesus SCP? Cheese is Risen is SCP-6542. That is Milk and Cheese Jesus, or Cheesus. Milk and Cheese Jesus. I didn't write them. I'm not making it up. This is the real religiosity in the foundation. That's 3305, Bread Jesus. 5991, Vor Jesus. 6542, Jesus. That is Cheese Jesus Jesus. But I'm not done yet. Because, where is he? Where are you, Uber driver Jesus? With your sick-ass ride and your holy angels in the back seat. Uber driver Jesus. SCP-029-J. SCP-029-J is Uber driver Jesus. Why? Oh, and it's called Jesus Take the Wheel. Because of course it is. So, there you go. Wouldn't bread and cheeses make cheese toast if put together? You know what, Rose Green? I agree. We should take 3305 and 6542 and test them together. And we can see if we can get a really sick grilled cheeses. I, for one, have not eaten in days thanks to our testing schedule, and I would love a grilled cheeses right now. So let's get them together, huh? Let's get them together and get a test done. It's non-alcoholic because we're in testing season right now, so I'm not allowed to have the good stuff. Jake, I don't know why you want me to sing, but I'm so tired that I don't need a reason to sing. Our tests are so exhausting, and the chat's flying so fast. Whew! Kurogiri, have you ever given someone a picture of SCP-096? Who wants to know? What are you, on the ethics committee? Are you a narc? Listen. No, I never did that. I didn't do that. I have never used Foundation resources or an anomaly to personal ends. I wouldn't do that. That's completely unethical. And as a member of the ethics committee, I know how much you like ethics. So no, it didn't happen. And I plead the 7th, which is the 5th in the Foundation bylaws. We don't follow American Bill of Rights and all that, so I have to plead the 7th. That's Foundation rules. Raven, be fully honest. What are your true opinions on the senior researchers? I know you've got a beef with some of them. Listen. Senior staff is very important. I would not want to get on their bad side if I were ever to make it to senior staff. Dr. Zinn is wonderful. We all love Dr. Zinn. Nothing's wrong with Dr. Zinn. Dr. Zinn is a hero. And Dr. Clef, while weird, and while weird, and while weird, perfectly within the bounds of what we're dealing with based on their history. You know, we don't often get people defecting from the Global Occult Coalition, but it's fine. It's fine. Dr. Clef is great in a pinch. No problems there. A little weird about clam chowder, but that's not my business. Dr. Gears, nice and normal. Nothing weird there at all. Nothing at all unsettling about Dr. Gears. Completely the best staff member to have on your side in a pinch. For sure. And I can't think of any other senior staff right now, so that's what we're going for. How are the commissary tacos? Are they still the bane of maintenance department's existence? Listen. The commissary's tacos, depending on the day and depending on what anomaly that they use for the meat. I'm just saying that the maintenance break room is rather small. And the bean farts are brutal. That's all I'm going to say. The tacos are fine as long as you're not in the maintenance break room. Then everything's okay. It's great. Everyone loves the tacos. We're not going to get the pasta physics division on our asses again. They are a vengeful breed. The Department of Pasta Physics runs the commissary, and they are infallible as far as we're concerned. Because I'm really tired of the nutritional paste, okay? It's just, I can't go on the paste again. Can't do it. Oh, the archives are uploaded. Hold on. Okay. Post it. And post it. And post it. And post it. All right. The archives are updated. Excellent. Fantastic. So, at this point, if you are a Site42 Patreon member or a member at the Mobile Task Force tier, we have currently uploaded the highlight reel of the Class R reaction, which you don't really need because we already did the full watch along and that's better. But that will release on Friday for the public. And then the 60th Site42 TikTok compilation is also up for early release for patrons and Mobile Task Force members. So, if you want to see those early, they are active right now. So, thank you for your contributions in advance and supporting Site42's future content. We got some good things in the works right now. Look behind you, he's there. What? No, that's just a sleeping researcher and Josie the half-cat. They're fine. And they're not Dr. Clef, and no one's getting disciplined today. At all. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Also, Siren of Woodstock, get yourself some Tweety Bird nuggets on your way past the commissary. You see, because your Woodstock, which is a tiny bird, and Tweety Bird is a different bird. So it's not quite cannibalism, but it's almost. And so it's not unethical. Ethics Committee, I know you're watching still. It's not unethical. Answer Marshall. Is 1471 breedable or not? So here's the thing about SCP-1471. Besides all the furry bait, all the fan art, which, how does a secret anomaly in Foundation custody have fan art? How did InfoSec drop the ball that hard? I'm asking you seriously. Site42 staff, we're looking for new people for the InfoSec division because with all that 1471 fan art out there, some people are getting fired and we need replacements. Your resumes are going to be looked at by Dr. Ryman over the next week because those guys, oof. But long story short, too late. No. Because we don't fraternize with the anomalies. You get it? We don't fraternize with the anomalies. We don't. And so, it's not a question you need answered, because it doesn't exist. That is not how we handle things at the Foundation. That's what I say to that. Also, Shabby, while I thank you for your dono, and you should get some string beans at the commissary on your way past. All these demon daters and monster fuckers scare me. SCP-966 is near my office, Siren of Woodstock? What are you talking about? Really, because I don't know what SCP-966 is off the top of my head. Oh, he's got a funny face. I think I recognize him. Dream Hunters, Air Chasers, Predatory Creature, Hairless, Digitigrade Humans, Elongated Face, Mouths, Needle-like Teeth, Visible only at wavelengths ranging from 700 to 900, applies to all SCP-966 tissues. If they've suffered second to third degree burns, they're visible at wavelengths from 360 to 900. They feed on medium to large size animals, including humans. They hunt alone or in pairs. Oh, don't worry. Dr. Clef has been listening in on this meeting the entire time because we started talking about chowder. And so, with that in mind, even if a 966 is coming around my office, Clef's got it covered. Third eye, whole thing. Catching up with the bottom of the chat. Prepper Chris, my foundation phone just got Milo. I need a new one. By Milo, do you mean Mallow? Why would you download the app? You know what it does. We're spare. We're supposed to be a professional organization. We're supposed to be the best of the best of the best. Amber, how is the like count versus the view count going? Chat, you are currently at 246 viewers and 179 likes. So we are just shy of 70 likes away, or just past 70 likes away. So hit that like button and overtake that view count. I believe in you, Site42 staff. We can do it. River, Men in Black Foundation version. They're a very good... If you ever have to explain what SCP is to someone who doesn't get it, a very simple explanation. One paragraph, very easy. It is, the SCP Foundation is a creative writing community about a secret organization that hides magic and monsters from the general public, similar to Men in Black or the X-Files. Except that instead of men in suits, it's men in lab coats, and they do science. That's all. It's that easy. Mation, you sound like Matt Pat. I get that a lot. Except now that Matt Pat is retired, I'm the new Matt Pat. That's just a theory. An SCP theory. Thanks for watching. Siren of Woodstock. Why is Slender Man not an SCP? Great question. Slender Man is an anomalous entity. That can't be denied. But it has to be on the SCP Wiki if it's going to be an SCP. That's the only rule. That's the only rule. So, Slender Man, created on the Something Awful forums and copyrighted by that guy who owns him, I don't remember. Not an SCP. Very anomalous creature, but not an SCP because it's not documented on the SCP Wiki. Same goes for Siren Head. Siren Head, not an SCP. Very anomalous, quite the anomalous entity, but not an SCP. Despite any fake SCP documents you may see trolling around the internet that caused a lot of people to get very confused. Hey, Dr. Sherman, what is your opinion on the Mobile Task Force furry story? Well, I actually think the Mobile Task furry story is pretty good. It's got a good voice to it. It's got a good story. It's written by the same person who made SCP-3312, so it's kind of like a sequel. And 3312 is an interesting little article. And then Mobile Task Furries. First of all, how funny is that image in your head? How funny is it when I say the words out loud? Mobile Task Furries. It's gold. It's laughable in the best way. No, it's a fun story. It does its job. It gets in, gets out. It doesn't stick around too long. It's got the right amount of body horror. Yeah, you love that for it. No problems there. Dr. Sherman, your pen glitched. I am completely going to disregard that. It's a pen. It's right here. There's nothing. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? River? Where is that? Where did my chat go? You're scaring me, River. Become a member of Site 42 because you can horrify me in the chat because I see your green name and then you say something that scares me to death. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? And I'm so sorry. Cannot sleep. I cannot breathe tonight. I need somebody in always. I don't know what you said, River. I missed your chat. You said something about senior staff having fix on AO3. And that's all I saw. And I was utterly horrified. Average. I have heard of Secret Laboratory. I played it for exactly 10 seconds before I realized that my laptop could not stream it. And that was very unfortunate. I wanted to do some streaming gaming, but we need a better computer rig. So once Site 42 gets a big enough Patreon/member situation, then we'll upgrade from a laptop to a desktop with the prerequisite extra hard drive for streaming. I'm working out the details because, you know, I'm not a Minecraft streamer or anything. I don't know all the technical specifications. But once we get it, then we will be playing SCP games, horror games. We got to play Control. I just want to make this announcement real quick. Site 42 staff, we are at 209 likes and 203 viewers. So you've done it! Here's a clap for the chat. You did it. More likes than viewers. We'll see how long it lasts. Keep hitting that like button so we breach that ratio. SCP-126 is behind you. I think you're giving me false alarms. I think Invisible Friend... Well, A, no one's talking to me, so it can't be 126. But B, 126 is mildly arachnophobic. And I think that that's pretty neat. 126 also has the right belief that spiders are horrible and you should not go near them. So, 126 and me, best buds as far as I'm concerned. Bread Queen, I'm going to give Clef all the mints. Little does Bread Queen know, I've replaced all of their Altoids with Mentos. And Dr. Clef has been drinking a lot of Diet Coke today. Let's see what happens. Shadow's Ire, thank you for your first dono that I noticed today. Make sure to grab yourself a strawberry ice cream cone on your way past the commissary. What is SCP-529? 529, is that's not Josie, is it? Josie the Half-Cat, featured right here on the laptop. Josie is having a nice little nap. Oh, let me turn this just a little bit. There she is. She's having a little nap on the desk here. Josie is wonderful. We appreciate that little cheese-loving scamp, although if we ever find her back half, it would be very good for science. Annie, thank you for your mysterious no-message dono. Make sure to grab yourself an apple pie on your way past the commissary. Prepper Chris. Want to prank Clef, switch my phone with his. Wait, weren't you the one who went and put Mallow on your phone? Or was that some other person? Who made this foolish choice? It was you! It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. It's still going to follow you, not the phone itself, so we'll have to think of a better prank. But I believe in us. If Clef's going to be prank, we can do it. Have you heard CG5's SCP song? Also, you got a zit on your neck. Okay. So, real talk. This is something that's been here for a couple months, and I'm worried about it, and I'm going to the doctor for it. So that's all I've got to say about it. It's going to be fine. But, yeah, oof. Meanwhile, CG5's SCP song. Let's have a look. How new it... Superstitious Foundation. Oh, I have heard this. Okay, cool. Also, very funny, it's exactly 3 minutes and 43 seconds. That's hilarious. Yeah, we need a much bigger SCP music scene. The music scene of SCP is too limited. There's some dope metal songs that are based on SCP articles, but it could always be a more vibrant scene, so we should encourage musicians to make SCP-related pieces. What happens if a worker looks at SCP-096? The same thing that happens to everyone else who looks at SCP-096. Is there a South Park SCP? Well, I know we have a Garfield SCP, so I wouldn't be shocked if something of South Park made it onto the wiki. It looks like there is no mention of South Park on the SCP Wiki. So, interesting. No South Park related SCPs. I learned something today. Dr. Zora, did you know that plush Dr. Sherman is giving out doubloons from the vault, by the way? I can't imagine. I can't imagine plush Dr. Sherman would betray us like that. No, that's not possible. Plush Dr. Sherman would not do that. Plush Dr. Sherman is very loyal to the Foundation, so it's nice to meet you, Dr. Zora, but I think that is, that's unlikely. Unlikely. Dr. Sherman, do you identify the Scarlet King as the SCP Foundation's version of the literal devil? You know, I don't think so. Because for the Scarlet King, it's more of an interdimensional eldritch being. You have to summon it with a whole cult and rituals. It's got this whole situation. A couple of years ago, we made a Scarlet King Declassified video here on the channel, so go give that one a listen. Obviously, there's been a couple articles about the Scarlet King since then, including a 001, so some of the information has been added on, but no, I don't see it as the literal devil in a opposition of, say, 343 or anything. I think it is a different, scary, big red related entity. I can't say it's got literal devil vibes. It didn't fall from heaven or be the antithesis or antagonist to God. It just is a cranky eldritch being that doesn't like being alive, and so it wants to make everything dead. It's a big dumb boy, and I'm glad that we keep stopping it from taking over the world. Why do they bathe SCP-682 in acid? You know, I have the same question, because apparently, it can adapt to anything. It can adapt to being shot and being stabbed, and it can adapt to millions of eyes, so 173 can't get to it. It can adapt no eyes, so 096 can't get to it. But it can't adapt to just acid. That's all? It can't adapt to acid? You gotta be kidding me. I think it's part of a plot. I think 682 is faking being weak to acid so it can lull us into a false sense of security. And then, I don't know what it's planning, but it's gotta be planning something. I don't think the acid thing's real. I think it's fake. Kai. Dr. Sherman, SCP-049, found the gender swapping button again. I put 5 agents at the door for 113. 5 agents! And they couldn't stop one little plague doctor from getting the gender switching stone. Why? Why do I even? Why do I even? Why do I even? Tell me. Tell me in the chat. Why do I even? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Take SCP-420 on stream. Listen, SCP-420-J is pretty dope, but it has to be taken in safe protocol situations, in group settings where everyone takes care of each other, and not without trained personnel present. That's why this is non-anomalous fluid. I'm on the clock right now. That one raptor. Hi, I am a member of the GOC, but I love your content. Have you considered not trying to destroy anomalies? I mean, if you're a Foundation fan, maybe you can defect. I'm just saying. Destroying anomalies means you can't research them. That's a logic chokehold we got the GOC in. It's not like the United Nations does anything. Come on over to the Foundation. We have a better benefits package. And there's no use crying when there's science to do. Dr. Davis, first of all, thank you for being a member. Currently in 049 cosplay while watching right now. Lamau. Why are Foundation researchers cosplaying the anomalies? Why are Foundation researchers cosplaying the anomalies? Why are Foundation researchers cosplaying the anomalies? I'm so tired. I'm holding this place together like glue. There's science to do, and the D-class are escaping, apparently, and the doctors are cosplaying the anomalies. I could have joined the Serpent's Hand. I could be sitting in a library, drinking coffee, reading infinite books. No, I wanted to help the human race with science. Libraries are fun. You're right, River. Libraries are fun. But they don't let me into the Wanderer's Library because I'm a jailer. There are actually entities in the SCP universe magnitudes of times more powerful than the Scarlet King. Well, Donosaurus Rex, thank you for your dono to Site 42. Make sure to grab yourself some Bronto ribs on the way past the commissary. But I wonder how many entities you're actually talking about, Donosaurus Rex. Because, you know, we know that the most powerful entity in the Foundation verse is 3812, a voice behind me. Because Sam is by far the most pataphysically powerful entity in our universe, as well as all above and below. So, but the Scarlet King, in its lore, which again, Scarlet King Declassified here on the Site 42 channel, it took 7 spears of magical anomalous prophecy, wielded by 7 very strong entities slash people slash person of interests, to be able to take the Scarlet King down at the end of the prophecy. So, the question is, how many entities are stronger than that? Pen down. First drop of the day. 'Tab, are you high again?' 'No, I'm not high again. I'm just tired and frustrated. And past my limits with some of these researchers.' 11:28 is spreading online. We need to make up a cover story quick. SCP 1128. Containment status. Imagery or depictions of 1128's appearance. Videos of the entity breaching found outside the Foundation are to be destroyed. Classy amnestics. Written description of the entity's appearance. Manifests a massive aquatic predator. To anyone given a full description of the being's appearance through either spoken, written descriptions, or physical depictions. Infected with 1128 will initially exhibit no abnormal behavior. If the subject is fully immersed in water, they will disappear completely under the surface. Subject will reappear moments later in a panic state and frantically try to leave the water. So, alright, test. Thank you for the warning. SCP-1128. Breach. Activate. Web crawler. IO. Silver. Bigger boat. Alright, that should be cleaned up in the near future. Thank you for the warning, Dr. Test. Prepper Chris. Who's stronger, Scarlet King or 2845? And I got a new phone. Well, I'm glad. I hope that you are no longer being stalked or snacked even. And 2845. Is that the deer? Is that Saturn deer? The deer! Okay, so crazy containment 2845 versus Scarlet King. So, the Scarlet King is stronger than the deer, because the deer was one of the entities with the spears that took out the Scarlet King in the end. So it took the deer plus 6 other entities to stop the Scarlet King. So, by logic there, Scarlet King wins a one-on-one. Happy to help. What do you think about AI, Sherman? Well, I believe that, Foundation AI's always the best. Web crawlers take a lot of work off our hands. Can't argue with that. Now, the whole AI art phase, that gets a little tetchy. We just saw a lot of photos today going around Twitter of AIs that were trained on movies and are just ripping off movies when you enter prompts. So, it's a technology we're going to have to worry about and find, logical ways to deal with. It's frustrating, and it would be very nice if there were ethical ways to put it into practice. But right now, not a big fan because it's a lot of theft, and I'm not into that. We got to support artists to the best of our ability. Hello, Dr. Sherman. This is Toon-tective, a detective who hunts Toon-based SCPs. And 3086 has been running around my office because my friend made an animatronic of him. Wait. Is it a normal iteration of 3086? Or is it an animatronic of 3086? That's very different. You see, George the Chinchilla can exist on a piece of paper or on a web page. And it's already frustrating enough to take care of, to contain. But you're telling me an animatronic version of George the Chinchilla. You're telling me an actual physical entity of George the Chinchilla? That's worrying. First of all, because it's really annoying. That weird teal Mickey Mouse ripoff. But no, I don't want to think about that. As much as I'm attached to him because I wrote him and so I'm a big fan. But no, we don't want that. That's could be a GK class end of the world scenario. End of narrative scenario. If George were to get loose. We already lost Site 42 once to that. Dr. Sherman, if we pit Zalgo from the Slenderverse against the Scarlet King, who would win and would we be screwed? I don't know what a Zalgo is. I'm going to have to... Zalgo. A text generator. Nope. Zalgo is one of the more popular creepypasta villains alongside Slenderman, Jeff the Killer, and Eyeless Jack. Zalgo is an ominous being who has the ability to induce insanity, death, and total destruction of the whole world. Zalgo is very similar to the works of H.P. Lovecraft. Zalgo. I hope you don't Beetlejuice if I say your name 3 times. Zalgo. In 2004. 2009. Zalgo is an extremely dangerous, eldritch abomination that is immortal with reality-warping powers. He can tear apart entire realities. His power seems to stem from both his natural condition, his demonic heritage, the cursed candle he holds, and the countless souls he has enslaved. The pattern of a Zalgo manifestation within a comic is often the following first. A message will occur. This message might be the classic line, "He comes." Gross. Or a character casually mentioning a cursed object, e.g. the root of char, song, or Zalgo itself. Then, the victims begin to lose their limbs, which are replaced with black tentacles that grow exponentially. In the meantime, their eyes are drained by the same supernatural influence. They might bleed excessively in the process. Then, they can no longer talk coherently. Any speech they might still produce is still reduced to either a string of indistinguishable symbols or nonsensical babbling. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, what? What are you talking about on the SCP Wiki? Nope, it's Fandom Wiki. Okay, it's Fandom Wiki. I was worried this was actually on the SCP Wiki for a moment. I got worried. No. Okay, we're fine. Ha! In another more meta tale titled Eldritch Application, Zalgo and later Cthulhu attempt to become an SCP in order to become more popular, but were rebuffed due to not qualifying. Amazing. So, Scarlet King solo Zalgo because Scarlet King is an SCP and Zalgo was rebuffed for not qualifying. So, end of story. Where's the chat? D3576, Dr. Sherman, may I please have a mattress in my cell? I've been on good behavior for a long time, thanks. Let me look up your personnel file. D3576, huh? D3576. First of all, who gave you a phone that you could be in your cell? It's not often we give D-class phones. I assume that means you've been on pretty good behavior. Alright, well in SCP-3698's test... Where are you? It said you were in this document. These are containment breaches. All right, I'm just going to check the page source. That's how we do things when we're in a hurry. Oh, wow. A 3000 article with only a plus 18 rating? Interesting. Control F. And what am I looking at here? 3576. Oh, okay, you went on the test, but your data was corrupted. So... You know what? I'm just going to trust the fact that they gave you a phone means that you did a pretty good job, so I'm going to let you have a mattress. But you better not make me regret it. Scrolling to the bottom of chat. Dr. Sherman, do you think Odeth could kill the Scarlet King? Well, Pepper Chris, we already believe if I remember the tale correctly that you're talking about, I think that was very clearly stated that Odeth could stop the Scarlet King. Oh, no. I'm thinking of something else. SCP, Tail, Death, Scarlet King. Is it the All Death? Dust and Blood, When We Came Home. 3 short scenes about death. One of the brothers' death is high above the Scarlet King. But I forget which tale it was in. I do know that I mentioned it in the Scarlet King Declassified episode. So if you go to the Scarlet King Declassified episode after the stream, you can check out all the intel I had at the time, and that includes one of the brother's death lording his strongness over the Scarlet King. Meanwhile, the Faldini, welcome to the chat, and thank you for your first dono of the evening. Much appreciated. Make sure to grab yourself. I already gave you a Freezy Pop and a falafel. Grab yourself a footlong on your way past the commissary. Good evening, Dr. Sherman. How does the Foundation deal with anomalies that can see the future that allows them to better avoid the containment crew? So, on the note of anomalies that have future sight. So obviously we do contain certain anomalies that chronicle the future or tell the future, because then we are able to tell the future using them. But I don't know of an entity that's using future sight to evade capture. Very interested. SCP Future Sight. SCP-187. Caucasian female, 20s, 180 centimeters tall, 40 kilograms. Precognition, whereby she sees everything in 2 states simultaneously, as they are and how they will be. Can only see the future of things she is looking at. Can tell the future, but it can't get out. Okay, 187 is future sight, but it can't get away. That's one thing. (227) 1032 343 179. That's a lot of predictive SCPs. A clockwork device, a clock, 343, 179. We do love us some Salsasaur. All right, predictive SCPs. Mannequin, Ancient Precog, Book of Endings, Prediction Clock, Tophet, Jonathan Ball's Proposal, A Good Boy, Salsasaur, Lily's Proposal, Dream Man. That's the first 10. Oh, God. Oh, no. No, that's so many. There are 100 SCPs tagged as predictive. So what I'm using right here for your future edification is a page called SkipperDB. That is SCPPERDB. SkipperDB, you should become a patron of it and support it. It is an archive page that tracks just everything about the SCP Wiki. And so right now I'm looking at the pages that are tagged as predictive. And it tells you what their vote totals are. It tells you who wrote them. It tells you when they were posted. It tells you if they're an SCP or a tail or something else. It's got a lot of good intel on it. SkipperDB is very useful. So it's a great... It also has a Chrome extension. And the Chrome extension makes it so that the title of an article as well as the author show up on the wiki page proper if you're viewing the wiki. So it makes it a lot easier to track that information down. Sorry, I got stuck in the chat. Sherman, this isn't the SCP stream. You're streaming publicly on YouTube. We have to remove all evidence of this. Oh, God. Hey, don't worry. Don't worry. We are only streaming to Foundation-approved devices. We made this mistake multiple times. Steve. No. If you're watching the stream, it's because your Foundation staff are Foundation-approved. Maybe you're a member of another group of interest. But we're broadcasting this to you because you might be up for recruitment. If you want to leave the Global Occult Coalition, join the Foundation, well, that's what we're here for. We're making the world a better place by getting you out of that shithole. What SCPs did you write? Well, I am happy to tell you. If you happen to go to the Sherm's author page and Site 42 hub on the wiki, then you will see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SCPs I wrote, 1 tale, and the 1, 2, 3, 4 articles that I provided sound effects or voice work for. So I am the author of SCP-3086, titled Death of the Author, etc., but the entity is George the Chinchilla. SCP-3302, The Gym Look. SCP-2700-EX, titled What I Did for Love. A SCP-3802, titled Hair Growth by Dado. The tale is titled Ignorance is Bliss. SCP-5886, The Ballad of Jim Biggio. And SCP-5542, Cake by the Ocean. These are SCPs I've written over my 7 years with the community. I write one every once in a while when I get a wild inspiration. And, I wrote them, so I'm a big fan. So go read them and enjoy them as I throw my pen for the second time today. React to this cookie ate a large number of cookies. Well, Blue Dragon plays, I assume you should get some more cookies on your way past the commissary as thanks for your dono. And with the blue and the cookies involved, I have fear that the Cookie Monster may have breached containment. I will have to check on that real quick. SCP, Cookie Monster. Okay, so that's the Tickle Monster. That's not right. 377 is a box of La Choy brand fortune cookies. That's not right. Well, I guess we haven't mentioned it on the wiki. I know Big Bird's on the wiki, because Big Bird's article is a alternate universe where Big Bird did get on the Challenger spaceship, and then it did blow up. And so that didn't happen here in our universe, but it did happen in this universe. That is 4481 if you want to read about Big Bird getting blowed up, which I don't know why you would want to, but hey, there's weirder people who work for the Foundation. Kiwi Gaming, I like the SCPs. Well, it's a good thing you work for the Foundation then. Grab yourself some Kiwis on your way past the commissary, and take care that you don't let any of them out. Some people like them too much, and that gets them into trouble. And here at the Foundation, that's bad news. It's bad news. D9417, reporting and ready to get a better job. Don't put me in with SCP-231 again. Oh, that's a very bad assignment. I can understand that, although I can't believe they let you talk to outside sites if you're on 231 duty. I guess if you were able to finagle a phone in your situation, they must be getting ready to either terminate you or terminate you. So, I don't think you'll be getting any 999 privileges, but I'll see what I can do. Dr. Sherman, what if you see SCP-096 and went into SCP-120? Well, I don't know. What is SCP-120? Teleporting paddling pool. Due to its importance to the Foundation, 120 is to be kept under video surveillance and armed guard. Description: 120 appears to be a small child's paddling pool, pastel pink in coloration, with an inner diameter of approximately 2.5 meters and inner height of 0.3 meters. Common earth plastics. What's contained in the pool is a brightly glowing colored liquid-like substance. Human beings, when alive and carrying loads including clothing under 37.8 kilograms, are to fall through the pool and are deposited at one of 11 destinations. These will be detailed in an addendum. You can go to Pacific Ocean, Greenland, L3 at the Lagrange point in the moon, Himalayas, identical location 3, Sahara Desert, Gobi Desert, Beyond the Moon, Mare Imbrium, location 3. So, if you jump in the pool, I assume 096 is just going to follow you through the pool. More than likely. So I don't think you're going to have anything there. And if the teleportation range of 120 happens to change after you go into it, then 096 is just going to go the long way. And if it has to run to the desert, it'll run to the desert. And if it has to jump to the moon, you know that it's been running forever. It does mad squats. It's just going to use that squat booty to jump to the moon. You're going to get got. So that doesn't send you to other dimensions. 096 is going to get you, I'm sorry to say. Quick question about 096. What if we send a D-Class to space and show them a picture of what you think would happen? Quinn Daddy, thank you for your donation. Make sure to get yourself some quail eggs on your way past the commissary. And what I just said would just happen, so I'm glad I already said it, but I'll say it again. 096 has those thick squat booty legs. And so it's going to squat real down low and it's going to jump to the moon. And once it hits 0G, wherever you are, it will find you in space. Then when it hits the next planet, it'll jump right back. We ain't got to worry about it. So don't look at a picture in space because it's not going to help you. Dr. Sherman, I put 096 and SCP-914 on fine. Cool, dude. That's not very cool of you. I need to see if that's going to be like that universe where we got 096 over shyness and now it keeps doing TikTok dances. It's great that it's not murdering people, but it's still a little annoying. Nobody. Do you partake in that SCP-420-J? From nobody. Well, nobody. Make sure to get yourself some brownies on your way past the commissary. A wink. No, everyone needs to blow off steam every once in a while. If it's legal in your locality. No, we're not encouraging bad behavior here at the Foundation. Oh, no. But here at Site 42 in California, where it's completely fine and okay, then you do that once in a while. Although, really, it just makes me sleepy. I don't do it that often. IRL. Toon Detective again. I'm keeping him in a cage for the past hour and he won't stop talking about Saul Sislak. Yeah, okay, that's definitely George the Chinchilla. I don't know how you got it into a physical form, but... all right. Are your offices still at the boundary of Toontown and Los Angeles? Offices... Agent retrieval... Order, bring, truck with forklift capable of lifting pod. All right, that should get the job done. Agents will be there shortly. Just, wear earplugs for a little bit. You'll be fine. Dr. Sherman, why are you keeping a jar of mayonnaise captive? I seem to be heading towards the jar of mayonnaise, but I don't actually know that it's not just mayonnaise, but it's actually 2484. I'm sorry, is SCP-2484 some kind of mayonnaise jar? Oh. Parasitic mayonnaise worms. Well, you've got the record for making me the most upset this stream. Just by that title alone. Standard refrigerated perishables locker containing 0.95 liters of a substance that is compositionally identical to mayonnaise. Any amount of SCP-2484-A less than 5 grams does not display unusual properties. Between 5 grams and 63 grams will begin to develop a congealed membrane over their surface and begin slowly locomoting via crude pseudopod-like structures, seemingly without direction. Masses between 63 and 235 grams will begin moving as described, will attempt to coat solid food or immerse itself in potable liquids. They try to make their way inside vertebrate animals through any available means, including oral, nasal, alar, ocular, rectal, or genital orifices, open wounds, and sweat pores. I hate everything about this. This is fucking awful. Dr. Solo, you should be ashamed of yourself in 2015 for writing this. It's horrendous. +1. That is the winner of the Thanks I Hated award for the day. River, I did not know that the sick Dr. Sherman emojis were going to be so relevant. I thank you for proving there was a purpose in making that. I'll tell Teeth immediately that they drew that perfectly for us, and we are very thankful of Teeth's wonderful art. Ugh. Nobody. Welcome to Site 42 membership, Level 1 Researcher you. Have you read SCP-729-J? Oh, I hope you're talking about the Butt Ghost. Is 729-J the Butt Ghost? No. No, it's that thing. No. No, we do not talk about that thing. No, no, no. Nobody wants to deal with that thing. That's half the reason we need to contain MatPat, because it doesn't seem to have a problem with that thing. Ugh. Terrible. No, 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 no. The Faldini. I had to shoot my microwave because it started to talk about world domination. This is why you shouldn't get smart appliances. Well, not unless you have a dumb appliance that it can befriend that will foil all of its plots. If that's the case, then you're fine. It's a Pinky and the Brain Containment Protocol. Gets the job done real well. Bulldozer. MatPath left to work at the Foundation. I cannot confirm or deny anything. Gloria. Dr. Sherman, do you think SCP-343 likes Baja Blast? Yes. 343 will sometimes just leave its cell like it does and come back with a big glass of Baja Blast, which is impossible because there's not a Taco Bell within so many miles of our site, which is particularly infuriating because, number one, it's a good cheap meal, okay? If you need something on the go, Taco Bell's nothing to slouch at. And then we can't have the tacos, we can't have the Baja Blast, but it can? Excuse me. It's not right. And it's not okay. But we're gonna make it anyway. What if SCP-682 and 1471 were in a room together? I think the answer to that is fanfic authors would disgust all of us. I think that's the answer. But meanwhile, 1471 is non-corporeal as far as we can tell. So I do not believe there would be much of an interaction there in a test scenario. Dr. Sherman, what is your opinion on corn of SCPs? I don't think that people should be wanting to fraternize with the anomalies in the first place. I think it's very unprofessional. And so I think the fact that half of recruiting is all of these monster effers and demon daters is a problem for professionalism at the Foundation. But no one listens to me. And so we just got to deal with it. SCP-3883 for kids. Listen, a guy, 3883 is really nice once you get to know it. I mean, if we just put 3883 in a box where the kids didn't have to see it, then all they would have is horrible nightmares of a monster torturing them. Which, on the other hand, doesn't sound like a great idea. So no, probably not. Probably not. I mean, unless we have some D-class children who were particularly bad. And if they had bad behavior, then we could make 3883 discipline them. That might be the right move. Andre, welcome to the chat, my friend. Good to see you. Make sure to grab yourself some, let's call it some apple smoked ribs on your way past the commissary. Will the SCP Foundation contain the virus from Crossed? Well, I do not know what that is. The virus from Crossed. The Crossed virus. The Crossed virus, also known as the C virus, is the highly infectious cross-shaped rash-like disease that spawned the Crossed. And it is the titular antagonistic plot element of the 2008 to 2018 post-apocalyptic horror comic book series Crossed by Garth Ennis and Jason Burrows. Sometime in 2008 in England, the Cross virus is a plague that spreads rapidly, has brought humanity to its knees, and persists for well over 100 years, encouraging the affected to enact their most violent and depraved acts imaginable. So a cross-like rash, internal burning feeling and a fever, complete loss of empathy and morality, extreme levels of sadomasochism, intense desire to harm others in every way possible, self-harm and unaliving thoughts, change in speech, complete loss of fear, self-preservation, unrelenting persistence to achieving goals and harming others, heightened abilities to track down the uninfected. Rarely, an infected individual will retain their intelligence and be able to plan ahead instead of merely acting in the moment. Extreme varying amounts of time to turn one into one of the Cross. Some take mere seconds, while others take an entire day or longer. Okay, so with that in mind, based on other viral SCPs, I imagine that our situation would be, in the best case scenario, we have a sample of it, we have fully contained it, and we are testing it on D-Class, which, at the end of the day, probably turns into some breach and bad news scenario. Or there is some area that we have locked off with the quarantine, and we're letting them do a whole 28 days later in there, while monitoring the situation from the outside, not letting people out or in. That would probably end up with an end of the world scenario, because we get overwhelmed because there were too many of them. And we'd underestimate their situation. That could be one route that it goes. It would also be interesting if we had one entity in containment that had the virus, and we knew that it could get out and infect more people, but we didn't want it to, but that it was one of the ones that retained its intelligence. Then it would be an 035 situation where it's being all Machiavellian and stuff. Those are a couple scenarios of containment situations where this virus would be in action. Oh my gosh. Thank you all for the donos. I'm going to catch up. My word. Project Bixum. Make sure to grab yourself some pineapple toast on your way past the commissary. How do you infuse 069 and 173? I may or may not have accidentally fused them. 069 is not particularly interesting, is it? Humanoid entity impersonating former Foundation agent, redacted. Yeah, 69 is not even like a meme entry. 69 is just a dude who is impersonating a Foundation agent who died. And we didn't realize it for a while. But it's some sort of body snatching entity. Except it thinks it's the person. And that it tries to do their unfinished business. So, I mean, I'm half assuming you meant 096, and that's a horrible situation that we would not be able to deal with. Because you can't not look at something and look at it at the same time. But if you meant 069, then very simply, we would... I mean, if you fuse them, it would probably be glue, and so we just get a solvent to unfuse the two entities, while having enough D-class to not blink at it, so we wouldn't have a problem. 069 would be very thankful to be unfused. What if the hard-to-destroy reptile saw 096? It realized what was happening too soon, and it took all of its eyes away, so it didn't have eyes for as long as 096 was present. So, no, we can't use 096 to stop 682. Do you know SCP-59... Oh, that was Raccoon VR. Raccoon VR, thank you for your dono. Make sure to grab yourself some delicious garbage on your way past the commissary. Do you know 5392? Not off the top of my head. The voyage of the Tachyon Express. Faster-than-light spacecraft has been perceived by Foundation satellites to be currently in orbit 900 kilometers above sea level. Research is ongoing. This just started and is moving very quickly. I'll update this information as it comes in. Good luck, junior researcher Hedge. I have not seen this before, and also, this is so long. SCP-5392... Laconic. "5392, the one story that made me cry. I don't see enough people talking about this one. It's one of the later ones, but it is so sad. Poor Albert Maple. He just wanted to better the world. It was author here. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was pretty personal to me because I was watching a ton of Star Trek, was trying to put to paper my own feelings of hopelessness, and I was concerned yet scared for the future of space travel after seeing this art." And dropping the art in the chat so you can see the sad, sad space tiger. Okay, so it's a sad boy article. It's very long, so I can't really go over it right now. I wish there was a quick description. We need more Cliff's Notes on the SCP Wiki. Oh, Tal McCrowley. I just followed them on Twitter. I try to follow all the SCP authors so I can keep up with what they're up to. Wow. Tao. This is your first article, and you got a... First of all, it's a beast, but it's also a plus 254. Congratulations to you. Good work. Keeping on going down. George Voichev, thank you for your dono. Make sure to grab yourself some donuts on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, we are researching new ways to make the trees scream. We would love your input and ideas. Junior researcher Rival from the R&D team. Okay, so remember now, junior researcher, it's not all trees. It's just 4521. A single tree that is not screaming when it should be. All other trees scream. 4521 doesn't. That's weird. We're going to fix it. So, with that in mind, I'll be sending some ideas to your desk because the more people we loop in on this, the more likely we are to make that tree scream. To make that bastard tree scream. It will scream. Don't you fret. It will. It will get it. It's 4521's going to be done. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Dr. Sherman, do you remember me? I'm the guy who recommended for you to see Enigmatic Baby. Your local idiot. That's a name I've not heard in a long time. Nobody. I'm gonna breach something. No. Stop. None of that. None of that. No breaching. We're our sign. Our sign. It says 3 days since no breach. 3 days since last breach. We're not gonna break that. It's been so long since we made it to 3 days. Can you imagine if we make it to 4? 4 days with no breaches? Oh, it would be like heaven. It would be so good. So don't do it. Don't do it. Chat, I don't mean to alarm you, but Site 42 staff, I'm just looking at the statistics here, and there are 168 viewers, but 273 likes. Now, there are more likes than viewers, and we love that for us, but we almost have double the view count in likes. If we hit 330, 340, which is just 80 more likes, then we'd be doubling the viewer count. Can you imagine the kind of majesty that a stream would be if the likes were double the view count? How wonderful that would be for world peace. Site 42, I just want to tell you all, I believe in you. We can do this together. We can maintain normalcy and contain the anomalous. We can secure and contain and protect. But only if we double the viewer count with our likes. I believe in you. I told you. This is my faith. I'm here for you. I believe in us. Have we tried a palm sander on the tree? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Chyla. I know you just told me how to pronounce your name, and I'm trying to remember it. I need to do it more. And I wish this thing gave me a how to see your past messages so I could go back and look at it. Chyla. Chilla. It's Chilla! It's chill. It's Chilla. I remember. Took me a minute. And yes, we've tried multiple sanders on the tree. Multiple sanders. The belt sander, I thought it was going to work, but not yet. Not yet. But soon. Who is to say that you are not an SCP, Dr. Sherman? The people need to know the truth. Hell of a fan. I work for the Foundation. How? How would I be an SCP and also work for the Foundation? That's crazy talk. That's silly. I mean, what would my anomalous ability be? What sort of anomaly could I possibly be? I ask you. This is such a crazy thing that no one would ever think about because it's so out there. It's so crazy. No one ever. No, that's nuts. It's nuts and beans and bolts. That's what it is. So banish it from your mind to the void. It's crazy talk. It's talking crazy. For some reason, I keep seeing dead bodies that look like Homer Simpson every now and then. Is there a cause for this? SCP-7066. What? SCP-7066. Zombie Simpsons. You're not joking? You're not joking? Anomalous Blu-ray DVD copy of the 6th season of The Simpsons, an animated sitcom created by American cartoonist Matt Groening. Individuals who view 7066 will soon become subject to a myriad of unusual and highly distressing anomalous phenomena, culminating in their transformation to an instance of 7066-1. This most often occurs as follows: 3 to 5 days after completion, exhibits significant behavioral changes, with a particular proclivity towards indolence, alcoholism, and uncharacteristic ineptitude. 5 to 10 days, physical abnormalities, rapid hair loss, skin will discolor, tumors resembling excess fat will begin to form. 10 to 15 days, legs will begin to atrophy under the weight of terminal growths. 15 to 20 days, subject will undergo severe exophthalmos, disrupting sleeping patterns. 1 month after tumors spread around the entire body, subject's voice begins to deepen, new oral cavities forming the subject's neck and torso to accommodate increased tumoral presence. Playing in a concealed sub-basement of the building alongside over a dozen deceased incidents in 7066. Need iron on a few kinks, but this should be enough to hold us off for now. It's been a rough 60 years, Matt. We'll weather this. We always do. I promise. Call me when you're ready. The show must go on. Well, that's weird. Huh. All right. A basement full of Homer Simpson tumor corpses. That's an SCP that certainly exists that I didn't know about until now. Huh. Wait. Undergone a large-scale end-of-the-world scenario? There was a universe that died because they all turned into dead Homer Simpson zombies? What am I reading here? Sometimes I wish my classification level was not high enough for this weird shit. Andre, are there SCPs that are capable of copying or infecting religions? So, there are a lot of religious adjacent SCPs. Now, I don't know of any that copy or infect them. All of the SCPs I'm familiar with are anomalous religions in one way or another. You know, Sarkicism. You're talking about the Fifthist. You're talking about the Church of the Broken God. There's a lot of anomalous religions, but I'm not familiar with any copying or infecting religion SCPs. But now you've got me curious. What would it be if an anomaly infected a religion? What would that mean? So, you'd be looking at an anomaly that, of all things, it got in and it started affecting the people who were in the religion. What would it infect them to do? I mean, it could, what's the words I'm looking for here? I've got the words in my brain, they just have to get out. If it infected a religion, I feel like it would alter the path of that religion like a parasite to a human body. So, there is one religion, the oldest religion, and the oldest religion, a forgotten religion. Onimask, are you already on this? There's a cicada god that does exactly that. I forgot what number it is. It was related to Cousin Johnny. Oh, that's sick. Oh, and I like it as cicadas and related to Cousin Johnny. I was going to say, my idea is that you have like the oldest religion that's forgotten about, but little sects of it come up every once in a while because a person will join a church and then infect all of the people in the church with the meme that makes them join this new religion instead, or transforms this church into following the new religion. I mean, and then it's just acting like a normal religion because it's still just converting people, right? How peculiar. Meanwhile, I'm going to, since Onimask mentioned Cousin Johnny had one similar, I can check the Tales edition. So 2852 is Cousin Johnny. So we go to Series 3. Series 3 Tale Edition. 2852. Funerals are fun. Cater Duty. Deus Volt. Tyrone joins the army. Buggy Hardware, or Why I Don't Play Violent Video Games. Sometimes Mana is just a cicada shell. Baptism of the Wandering Jew by Johnny the Sun. Well, that's a lot. Okay, that doesn't seem like it's it. That doesn't seem like it's it. That doesn't seem like it's it. Cicada Man. Okay. Doesn't seem like it's it. This one's super long. Nope. And I know that one isn't it. How weird. Well, Onimas, let me know if you find that one. I wasn't able to tick it up there. All right, well, that reaches the end of the stream for today. This is the 2-hour mark, folks. And so, with that, we end this stream the same way we do in general, which is by listing my favorite SCPs. So get your pens ready. And once your pens are ready, I will list them out. Dr. Sherman's favorite SCPs as we end the stream. Now remember, my favorite SCPs are not my SCPs, which we listed earlier, because they're mine. I wrote them. That's cheating. Now, if you want to read my SCPs, you can go to the link in the description of all of our videos. That's beacons.ai/site42. That lists my SCP author page where you can read all my articles, as well as our Patreon and our channel membership link. Make sure you support Site42 so we can react to bigger and better SCP videos, make bigger and better SCP videos. Our goal is to make an SCP Foundation film studio and game dev studio. We want to contract out, make a big creative family. We're going to follow in the footsteps of Markiplier and MatPat, but we're starting a low budget with a laptop and a cell phone. So the more of you that support us, the bigger and faster we get. Beyond that, my favorite SCPs are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5175, SCP-5031, and SCP-5320. I'll say them one more time. SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5175, SCP-5043, and SCP-5320. Site-42 staff, I hope you've enjoyed these office hours. I know I have. We've covered a lot of good material, looked at a lot of strange and unsettling SCPs, and I'm sure we'll do so again very soon. But until then, this has been Dr. Theron Sherman, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hello there, the angel from my nightmare, the shadow in the background of the morgue, the unsuspecting victim of darkness in the valley. We can live like Jack and Sally if we want, where you can always find me. And we'll have Halloween on Christmas, and in the night we'll wish this never ends. We'll wish this never ends. I miss you, I miss you. I miss you, I miss you.